Halo teman-teman, ini part kedua untuk Q&A-nya ya. Baru sempat diupload soalnya kemarin-kemarin lagi sibuk gitulah. Yuk disimak.
When I make my passport, that was before I go into marriage. And why? For my for the visit to coming to Indonesia, I need a passport. Without a passport, I cannot coming to Indonesia. Also, for the marriage, we need a copy for my passport. That was also so on. I have to make my passport before I coming to Germany, and later on it's a little bit too late for this, I can say. What is the best way to become a foreign husband? I can say I cannot bring the one and only answer for this. Why every man search others. I was searching for these things, and for me was this things very important and so on. And other man was thinking all others, and that was good, or that all people was different. What I can say, believe in the truth. Say every time the truth and make not lie and so on. That is also what you have to see by the man. It's really hard to find it out. That is I know it, but that was was the first step, and that was a really important step. Every way can be the best or not. It's to find the right answer is really hard, and it's too complicated, I can say. Country we will visit for our honeymoon. Okay, I can say I have already a really nice honeymoon in Indonesia. I cannot come really often to Indonesia, and this 2 weeks after our marriage, and the apartment that I booked, that was really nice honeymoon for me. It can be that we are going later on also for a honeymoon when we are living together here in Germany, when Rahmi becomes later on her family reunion visa. But for me in the moment is the honeymoon in Indonesia was enough. And we were looking. I know Rahmi has a wish for visit a special country. She will say it also, but for me, it's in the moment was it enough. And then we will see what kind of countries we were looking. It was already a honeymoon, or we have already the child with us. Then it's not really honeymoon, but we can also make a little bit hours for us together. But we will see. Okay. For my parents, I by my parents was it really easy. I say her to booze. I found my wife where I living for the future with, that I found her. Then she say only, oh, it's your life. You can make with your life what you think. When you say this girl is your wife, then you can marry it. It's your life. By Rahmi's parents, and I know especially about the Indonesian tradition. I have a long talk, especially with Rahmi's father. That was 2019 by my first visit in Indonesia, and he asked me what is the plan, what is my plan with Rahmi, and he say his wish was that our marriage going follow the Indonesian tradition, especially the tradition where the parents come from, and so on. I say I have no problem with this. I will make it, and then was it also going. And my plan was really to marry her. That he hear it outside my voice that I say I will marry her. My plan was really marriage and make a strong relationship with marriage and later on child and so on. And he was agree with him, and and tell the truth. I make that I say what I say is that what I make, that he see it, and so on. I can say if you marriage in the foreign country or marriage in Indonesia, that was the same easy or the same hard way. You have to thinking. You have to make. You have to when you marriage in Germany, you need a visa. That was also really hard. You need lots of documents to become the visa. Then you need also lots of documents that you was not already married and so on. It has to be this marriage. This all these things has to be translated. That the Standesamt here in Germany was say that was good and so on. The same way was also Indonesia. In the moment, normally Germany Germans needs not a visa, but about the situation, is it so that I also need a visa? I have to make a visa, then all the documents, the Indonesian government, especially the KUA, needs lots of documents, especially that I was not already married, my passport, and so on. But for the also Rahmi needs lots of documents. I would say it can be different that you feeling it was harder and so on. But I will say both ways was hard. You have to make lots of documents, but the way was hard. But after you finish all these things, then came the really nice things, our marriage, and then goes all in the right way. The way to this was hard. I know it. I make it. Rahmi make it also. And both ways, if you marriage in Indonesia or in Germany or the foreign country, was the same hard. We make it in Indonesia especially. I say to Rahmi's father that I will marry her in Indonesia and I follow the Indonesian tradition. Why? It's so. Well, she living later on in Germany, and when she living in Germany, her parents cannot see her really often. Only via we call and so on. And so on, I will say, then I make the marriage and then in Indonesia. Then she can see the marriage and can follow the marriage. What is the way to apply the family reunion visa? That Rahmi can later living with, that we can living together later on in Germany. And is it hard? Okay, I cannot really say. We was now in really in the beginning, why the Goethe Institute where Rahmi can learning German was now closed, and she open in the next month, and she can making the A1 certificate that she can talking German in the right decision. And when she became this A1 certificate, then she can apply for the family reunion visa. There came the interview and so on. The good thing is in Germany was the family reunion visa cost free. That is also why I have the right. I am as a German citizenship has the right to living with his wife, with my wife. I have the right to living with my wife. Oh, question 11, my darling. Okay, what have made to bring our different mind and our different culture together? I would say our mind was already nearby connected over the talk that we make. That we see already that our mind was not really different. It can be every time different, but that is a way to bring this together was talking. and talking, and that was really really good. And every relationship was really important. One thing that was give and take. Give and take. That was every time you have to give and you take all the things. When you became anything, you have also to give anything. That is really important. We have to accept the different culture. That is really important. My culture was different and her culture was different. We know it. Here comes now the answer for question 12, my darling, my princess. Can I continue my study in Germany? I can only talking about Germany. I cannot talking about other countries. It's can going that you can continue your study here in Germany. But I will say it gives many points to make it harder. To Germany for the family union, you need only a A1 certificate for speaking and understand German. But the most or all the universities when you will study here in Germany, she's thinking you need the C2 certificate for talking and understand German. That was the highest certificate, I will say. Which country I like to live? Indonesia or Germany? Okay, I like to living in both countries. I can say that I have no problem. But I have here in Germany a really good job with a really good salary, and I like my job, I would say. The living standards here in Germany was a little bit higher. I will not say that the living standards in Indonesia was bad. That is not what I'm saying, but the living standards was a little bit higher, and so on. We talking about this, and we agree together. Rami and I agree together to living here in Germany was a better way. It can be that we will coming every time to a visit for 2 or 3 weeks. 1 week is not going, but for 2 weeks, 3 weeks is the maximum. We will coming later on also for to Indonesia for a visit and so on. Especially that we visit our Indonesian part of the family. That was really important also. But to living here in Germany, I think that was the best way in the moment. So, my princess, now we came to question number 14. We see us. What things make us secure that we find the right husband or the right wife? Okay, the other part, Rahmi will answer about what she makes secure that I was the right husband for her. But what made me secure that I found in Rahmi the right wife? Okay, I will say Rahmi was every time saying the truth. That I can say. We're talking a lot, and she can talking a lot. Many people will say, or many men will say, she will never ending to talk. But I like it. It's really hard to make my answers when she start to talk, but I like this kind of things. And she was a really beautiful wife. In my eyes, she was every time different thinking, but in my eyes, she was a beautiful wife in the world. And many things, all the little things also, that makes me more and more that she was the right one for me. And that is what I can say. It's yes, that is what I will say. 50, my darling. And I will answer. Okay. What kind of reaction had a man when he means a relationship serious. Okay. Uh, I, I have never thinking about what kind of reaction I make, and that makes Rahmi really secure. I mean it really serious, and I cannot really say the right answer for every man over the world. That is what I already say in one of my other question of the other that was the same as the answer in in the first question. Every man was different, and that this kind of reaction that I make and that Rahmi makes really secure. I mean it really really serious about her. Can be by other men really different, and so on. It's not really to say the right answer for it. I understand when you searching for other answer, but then I have to say a lie, and I will say here's the truth, and to say the right answer, it's not found not the right answer. Why every man was different, as you, every girl was different, and so on. You have to try, and you have to ask, and you have to talk, and then that is the best way to find out is it really really serious what he mean, and so on. That is the only way that you can make. I know it's not the answer that you're looking, but that is the only answer that I can give. Sorry.
Oke, sebenarnya masih banyak lagi sih pertanyaannya, cuman karena durasi, jadi ada beberapa yang aku potong ya. Jadi kalau mau tahu part selanjutnya, yaitu part aku menjawab, tetap terus tonton Nongki bersama Rahmi. Jangan lupa like, subscribe, dan share. Thank you for watching and see you next week.